You're over 60, and every night before bed you rub your calves and blame tired muscles. But that deep throbbing ache isn't your muscles. It's blood pooling in leg veins that have stopped pushing it back up to your heart. This isn't rare. It's happening to people exactly like you. Right now, without them noticing. Press one finger into the skin above your sock line tonight. If it leaves a dent that lingers, that's not water weight. That's fluid your veins couldn't carry back up today. Most people just call it getting older. Today, I'll show you exactly which drinks fix each of the 2 reasons your leg circulation slows down after 60, and what to do about it. My name is Dr. Liam Green. This channel is dedicated to one thing: helping people over 60 understand what the research actually says about their bodies. In plain language. Today I'm walking you through 5 drinks that target poor leg circulation. Stay with me through all 5. Number 3 will surprise you. It's backed by the same swelling test doctors use in vein clinics. And number 1 is the one to remember most. It's the only drink on this list backed by a real clinical trial. That trial measured exactly how much farther people could walk. Before we get into the 5 drinks, I need to give you one concept, because without it, nothing I'm about to say will fully make sense. I call it the round trip. Blood doesn't just travel down into your legs. It has to climb back up, against gravity, all the way to your heart. When you're younger, that round trip works beautifully. Your arteries push blood down with force, and tiny one-way valves inside your veins click shut behind it, like little doors, helping push it back up with every step. But here's what changes after 60. First, the arteries carrying blood down get stiffer, so less arrives in the first place. Second, those one-way valves in your veins start to leak, so blood slides backward and pools instead of climbing. Third, your calf muscles, which squeeze those veins like a pump, get weaker the more you sit. That's the round trip. Keep it in mind, because some of these drinks fix the trip down. Others fix the trip back up. Number 5, ginger water. Let me tell you about Norman, 70, retired postal carrier, Portland. 30 years walking routes in the rain, and now most evenings his feet feel frozen under a blanket even in July. Here's the problem. Norman figured it was just bad socks. But cold feet after 60 usually means less blood is reaching the small vessels near your skin. The trip down running short. A 2024 randomized trial in the journal Nutrients gave 100 adults either ginger extract or a placebo for 8 weeks. In men over 51 specifically, ginger significantly improved how warm their hands and feet felt. In a younger group in the same study, ginger also improved measured blood flow to those same outer vessels. Researchers think a similar mechanism may be at play in older adults, though that link wasn't directly tested in this trial. What to do? Simmer thin slices of fresh ginger in hot water for 10 minutes, twice a day. Number 4, red grape water. Let me tell you about Cheryl, 61, part-time bookkeeper, Tampa. By 4 p.m., her shoes feel a size too small, though she swears she put on the same pair that morning. Here's the problem. Cheryl blamed the heat. But afternoon swelling like that usually points to blood sliding backward through weakened vein valves instead of climbing home. A trial called Victory gave 176 adults with varicose veins grapeseed extract for 12 weeks, confirmed by ultrasound. And the group taking it showed significantly less blood flowing backward in their leg veins than lifestyle changes alone. What to do? Steep red grape skins in hot water for 15 minutes. I'll be honest, that trial used a concentrated extract, not a homemade infusion, so treat this one as gentle support, not a replacement. Real quick, press that finger into your ankle again, like I asked earlier. Did the dent stay or bounce right back? Tell me in the comments. It tells you a lot about which of these 5 you need most. Number 3, horse chestnut tea. Let me tell you about Estelle, 64, hospice volunteer, San Antonio. On her feet all day and every evening her ankles ache enough that she elevates them on 2 pillows just to fall asleep. Here's the problem. Estelle thought it was simply being on her feet too long. But daily leg pain and swelling like hers is the classic sign of valves that have already started leaking. A Cochrane review, pooling 17 clinical trials, found that horse chestnut seed extract reduced leg pain, swelling, and leg volume compared to placebo. Here's the honest part. Those trials used a standardized capsule extract, not a cup of tea, so a homemade infusion won't match that exact dose. Think of it as a mild daily habit, not a substitute for talking to your doctor about ongoing swelling. Number 2. Beetroot juice. Let me tell you about Douglas. 67, retired auto mechanic, Denver. Used to walk 2 miles every morning. Now he stops every block, waits for the cramping in his calves to fade, then keeps going. Here's the problem. Douglas assumed he just needed to push through it. But that stop-and-go cramping, called claudication, means his leg muscles aren't getting enough blood during exercise. The trip down falling short exactly when he needs it most. A systematic review of randomized trials found that in 2 of the studies, beetroot juice increased the distance people with leg artery disease could walk before pain started by 17 to 18%. To be fair, other trials in that same review found no clear benefit, so the results are promising but not guaranteed. What to do? Drink 250 milliliters of beetroot juice about 2 to 3 hours before you plan to walk. Number 1. Cocoa flavanol drink. Let me tell you about Marjorie, 63, retired librarian, Vermont. Used to walk the whole length of her favorite garden path. Now she makes it halfway before the ache in her calves forces her to turn back. Here's the problem. Marjorie's pain isn't about fitness. It's the same claudication pattern as Douglas from the muscles side. Not enough oxygen reaching her calf during activity. This is the one clinical trial on this list that measured real walking distance directly. Published in the American Heart Association's journal Circulation Research, 44 adults over 60 with leg artery disease drank a flavanol-rich cocoa beverage 3 times a day for 6 months. By the end, they walked an average of 42.6 meters farther in a 6-minute walk test than the placebo group, with early signs of better blood flow to the calf as well. Though the researchers call this a pilot study and are still confirming the results in larger trials. What to do? Look for cocoa powder above 85% cacao, mixed into warm water or milk daily. I promised you something you can use. So here it is. Step 1. Figure out which trip is failing. Cold feet and cramping during activity point to the trip down. Ginger, beetroot, and cocoa. Swelling and end-of-day heaviness point to the trip back up. Grape and horse chestnut. Step 2. Pick one, not all 5. Start with whichever matches your symptom, and give it 3 to 4 weeks before judging it. Step 3. None of these replace a doctor visit. If your swelling is new, one-sided, or painful to the touch, that needs an in-person exam, not a drink,